Our hitting the books this week is by Stephen Ambrose. The book is called Nothing Like It in the World. It's the story of the building of the Transcontinental Railroad, 1863 to 1869. I'll say at the very beginning, if you go and look at a number of reviews about this book since it was written, you'll find that there have been a lot of conflicts over it. Not so much about the content not being correct, but the fact that did Ambrose take a lot of the information off some other books and not give credit to them, or not quote them appropriately, or not put quotation marks around it? I did not go into that. I don't know. All I know is I read the book and I liked it. It is, again, a story about one of the most important events in United States history. The building of the Transcontinental Railway opened up the American Midwest and West for good, and it was a battle between two separate businesses, one going from the Mississippi out towards Utah and the Rockies, and ultimately the point where that golden spike would be driven, the other coming from the West Coast and heading to the Rockies, and both wanted to beat the other to get there. It was a matter of all egos. It is also a story of immigrant labor. Had it not been for the number of Chinese that came to work on this railroad, it never would have gotten built. They came by the thousands. And every time the railroad moved to a new spot where they would gather together all of the materials they needed to build, another town would be created, overnight virtually. And when I'm talking towns, I'm talking Wild West towns. They were rough, they were tough. People getting killed in them on a daily basis was not unusual, and nobody even had a second thought about it. They just said, that's part of the deal. Let's go lay some more rail. In that regard, this book's really interesting because it's about the rough and tumble world of both business and of labor trying to get a job done that most people said couldn't happen. And interestingly in the book, Abraham Lincoln's involvement in this right from the very beginning, he was one who pushed before it ever started to get this Transcontinental Railway done. He felt it was essential to the growth of the nation in order to keep the lands out west under United States control. So you put all that together and what do you got? You got the men who built the railroad. Nothing like it in the world. And that's our Hitting the Books this week.